Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from wonderful Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's 57 degrees, but we're in the Dome here at Greenwood District Stadium for Week 5 Simulation Football League action. Andy Hamilton along with Jeremy Vega. Jeremy, quite the matchup today.
Definitely. I mean, we got two teams looking to make a name for themselves going into the second quarter of this season. Really looking forward to how each quarterback plays today.
Both teams average about 25 points per game, give or take. Both allow over 26. So we very well could be seeing a shootout today between Tulsa, who is 2-2 coming into the game, Carolina coming in on the road at 1-3. And Jeremy, in this building here, Tulsa this season is 1-1, Carolina 1-1 on the road. So in theory, this is a great opportunity for both teams.
Yeah, and what better way to show that in the afternoon of a Saturday on a beautiful day. I mean, as you said, we're inside the Dome, so weather won't really be a factor. But one thing I love about this stadium is the roof. Beautiful roof. I love it.
Not often you hear someone compliment the roof of a stadium.
Yeah,
Tulsa is wearing their home greens and Carolina in their white uniforms. You're watching on twitch.tv/simulationfl or listening to us on the radio on ESPN 252. Mike Improda is doing our stats. Cameron Irvine behind the ones and twos in the production truck. Tulsa will start by kicking to the Carolina Skyhawks. The visiting team will start with the ball in hand. Tulsa has placed the ball on the tee. They will kick from left to right across the screen. And we are underway in Week 5. It is a high kick back. It'll be fielded at the 5, brought out across the 20, across the 25, and Harish Prasad will get out to the 26 before he is corralled by the Tulsa Desperados. Well, this Carolina offense will lead the team out. As you saw, their points per game up over 25. The offense has been clicking.
Yeah, and it's gonna need to be clicking through Sully Richardson today, the quarterback for Carolina.
Richardson comes into the game with a 69.8% completion percentage. Logan Jack is back in the backfield, and on a 4-3 look from Tulsa, they will give to Jack right up the middle. Jack able to fight forward, an 8-yard carry from Logan Jack to start this thing off.
You know that's got to excite the offensive coordinator for Carolina. Logan Jack comes in today's game with only 325 rushing yards through 4 games, so it's less than 100 yards per game. He's already got an 8-yard carry there, and it looks like he's running hard.
3.3 yards per carry for Logan Jack coming into the game. And they will hand it off here on 2nd and 2. Jack has the first down out to the 40, and that's where he will be brought down. So 2 carries and a first down right off the bat.
And I'm loving the play calling so far. You know, Tulsa's secondary, 3 of the 4 members each have 3 interceptions. So these are some ball-hawking defenders. And one way to combat that is to just let your running back, take the workload.
2 good linebackers on this Tulsa side. DJ Majesty and Espen Rayal will try and corral Jack. So far today, they have not. Handoff on the first play after moving the chains, and Berto Demora is in there on the tackle. Only a 1-yard gain for Logan Jack.
That's Berto Demora's 9th. Sorry, it wasn't a tackle for loss, but Berto Demora does come in today's game with 8 tackles for loss, and on that particular play, they kind of just let Berto Demora free, and he was able to make up the tackle, but they're going to have to put a guy on him if they want to keep him out of the backfield.
2 backs in the backfield, split back to look for Carolina. First pass of the game from Richardson is an out route, and it is caught for 4. That is Harish Prasad's first catch of the game.
Harish Prasad, the big playmaker for this Carolina Skyhawks offense. Right now they're in 3rd and 5, and Carolina's offense is only averaging 38% completion on 3rd down. So we'll see how they do today, in particular this play right here.
3rd and 5, trying to move the chains. It'll be a throw from Richardson. Short drop, quick toss right across the middle. The catch is made by Shea Carroll, but he is dropped short of the sticks. It'll be 4th and 1.
And they're going to have to definitely, get their receivers at least past the first down line with their routes. Otherwise, they're just going to end up in situations like this where it's 4th and short, and they're going to have to punt the ball away.
Well, and it wasn't necessarily the wrong decision on the route, but, the offense is going to stay out on the field. 4 wide, 4 down linemen for Tulsa, three linebackers. Sully Richardson trying to work the hard count right at the 49-yard line. Needs to get across midfield to pick up the first down. Play clock down to 4 now and ticking, and Carolina will be forced to burn a timeout as Tulsa does not flinch.
Hey, this early in the game, if I'm Carolina at practically midfield, I'm going for it right there on 4th down. So far, Logan Jack's been running hard. I think he could have picked up that first down.
Do have the star kicker, Wally Herman, and they were electing to try and maybe draw Tulsa off sides to get him a few more yards in order to attempt a field goal. Instead, they will have to punt it away to the ever-dangerous Charles Ball. Matt Johnson is on to kick it from right to left. They will punt from 49 with 8:31 to go here in the first quarter. Punt is away. It'll be fielded at about the 15. Ball will only get a few yards forward to the 17 before he goes down, and Tulsa takes over on offense.
Great special teams coverage there by the Skyhawks, able to kind of wrap up Charles Ball immediately and not let him do his thing and break off a big one. So good for them, a good start for their special teams.
They're going to have to hold him in check all day if they expect to continue that success. They will start in a 4-2 look on this defensive side. Split backs for the Tulsa Desperados. Deacon Nickens to throw on first down. Wants a deep ball down the field, and it's picked off. First play from scrimmage for this Carolina defense, and they take it away. The interception is made by Zane Doty.
And I spoke about the ball hawk players for Tulsa. Carolina has them as well, especially Zane Doty, who leads the league in interceptions. He came in today with 8. Now he has 9, and this guy is incredible. If I'm Deacon Nickens, I am not throwing his way for the rest of the game.
Well, just to show you some of the historic pace that Zane Doty is on, his 9 interceptions now through 4 games puts him on pace for 24 interceptions, which is more than, we'll get to that in a minute, Logan Jack will get just back to the line of scrimmage. That puts him on pace, Jeremy, for 24 interceptions. The league record in a single season is Troy LaShaw from season 8 with 15. And just to show you through 5 games now what Zane Doty is doing, 9 picks. The most in season 13, that's last season, was Kaz McFly with 10. So he is 1 interception away from tying that. Toss on second down is incomplete, was trying to get the ball there to Jack Flash. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the 40.
Yeah, it's truly a remarkable pace for Zane Doty so far in the season. We're not even halfway, and he's about to break records from last season. So good job on him. And now the Skyhawks in a 3rd and long at 3rd and 10. They are at least close to field goal range. So if they can't get it all, Wally Herman may be able to put it through on a field goal attempt.
3rd and 10 from the 40, 4 receivers wide. Here is Richardson on a short drop, hit as he threw, was able to get it to Prasad on the slant, only good for 4. They'll get to the 36. It'll be a 51-yard attempt.
The pressure there, it was in Sully's face, and he kind of had to get rid of that one real quick. This would set up a 52-yard field goal. I don't think that's in Wally Herman's range, so it looks like they're just going to punt the ball away.
They will send on Matt Johnson. They gave Wally Herman a long attempt last week against Vancouver, and he came up a little bit short, so maybe some wariness from James Klein and this Carolina coaching staff. But the special teams play is incredible here. They're able to down that ball at the 6.
Again, great coverage from this special teams punt unit. If they keep this up, the field position battle will likely be in Carolina's favor.
1st and 10 from the 6 for the Tulsa Desperados. Their second drive, only the second play from scrimmage this will be for them. Their last play was an interception to Doty. They will throw. Short drop for Nickens. Throws across the middle. That one is complete on the slant route. It is caught there out to the 22. Nice catch made by Corey Jones, their leading receiver.
Corey Jones just kind of, ran a simple slant, but he just ran right past the cornerback who was sitting kind of low there, and he was able to pick up the reception for a first down, and that's a good bounce back throw and catch for this offense.
Jones, number 12 in the SFL coming into this week in receptions, averaging 11.3 yards per catch, does just about 11 there, and it moves them to the 22. Here is Nickens on a short drop. Will dump it out to Sanzo Robinson. Carolina's defense rallies, led there by Shravan Prasad, and they will make the tackle for loss, a drop of 1.
Carolina's defense actually did a great job. That play design was supposed to go deep, but Carolina's defense played deep, and therefore Deacon Nickens just kind of had to check it down because there was nothing over the top.
2nd and 11, 2 receivers wide. Lone back is Sanzo Robinson. 4-3 look out of Carolina's defense. Handoff, Robinson caught behind some players, able to fight forward for 2. That is just about it, though. Tackle made on the Carolina side by Riley Combs.
And that was great pressure from the Carolina's big guys up front. Didn't give Tulsa any holes for Robinson to run through, and now they have forced him into a long 3rd down.
4 receivers wide, 3 to the top of the formation. Carolina showing blitz up the middle. They bring it. Here is Nickens. Pressured, has to get it off his back foot. It is caught, but 2 yards shy of the line to gain. They will bring down the receiver, Marcel Miller. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 29.
Both teams currently are on 3rd down or running routes shorter than the 1st down mark. And that's going to be something that both teams are going to have to adjust if they want to pick up these 3rd downs. Because so far, every drive has just kind of come to a halt and resulted in a punt besides the interception.
Cortland Weaver on to send this one away. It'll be kicked off from their own 30-yard line for Tulsa. It'll be sent towards the Carolina side of the field. Here is the kick. It is off. Hang time is good. It's a high looping punt. It'll be brought down at the 30. Here is Harish Prasad making a move. Harish Prasad, nice return out to about the 44-yard line. And that is where Carolina will bring the offensive unit back out onto the field.
Great starting position for this offense. Once again, just about 20 yards outside of Herman's field goal range. So they're just going to have to pick up a few 1st downs, and they'll be in field goal range for this drive.
Sully Richardson, number 7 in the SFL in terms of completion percentage, takes care of the ball pretty well so far for this Carolina team today. Logan Jack walloped up the middle. He was able to fight forward for 2, but met in the hole by DJ Majesty, who averages 11.8 tackles per game.
Logan Jack is a hard runner, but he's gonna have to give it his all if he's gonna try to run through linebacker DJ Majesty, who's 6'4", 250 pounds. He's a big, strong guy, and it's gonna take a lot more than that to get through him.
2 backs in the backfield again. 4-2 look out of this Tulsa defense. Sully Richardson drops from under center. 3-step drop, deep shot, caught! One-handed catch by Harish Prasad, made at the 35. What a grab!
And right there on display is the big playmaking ability from Harish. One-handed catch while being hit. That's just insane concentration from their number 1 receiver.
Harish Prasad leads the team coming into the game in receptions with 30, despite being injured for nearly half of another game. 3 touchdowns to his name this season, trying to add to it. 4 receivers wide, short drop for Richardson. Wide open receiver, Shea Carroll out to the 21. It was a nice slant route, and he was able to carry that into the open field.
Espen Royale was actually there, and that middle zone was his responsibility, and I think he just over-pursued in the wrong direction, leaving Carroll wide open over the middle, and now Skyhawks a yard shy of the red zone as they're marching with their best drive of the game.
2 backs in the backfield, both angled towards this near-hand side. They will give to Logan Jack on a carry. Jack with blockers. Logan Jack off to the races, and he will find the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina Skyhawks. It took some effort. It took some pressure, but Logan Jack gets 6 points.
Great run by Logan Jack. Great setup, and I've got to believe that this touchdown doesn't happen unless number 76, the tackle, Jacob Combs, doesn't absolutely bulldoze one of the defenders, kind of leaving Logan Jack open for a touchdown. Great block there. Great run by Logan Jack. Great drive by the Carolina Skyhawks.
The defender was coming over, Barry Barkley, to try and make the touchdown-saving tackle, but it was Jack who was able to extend the ball across the plane for his 3rd rushing touchdown this season. And I believe, he's now surpassed 100 carries on the season, just barely over. So on his 104th carry, he's able to find the end zone. Herman with the extra point is up and good. It is 7-0 Carolina Skyhawks on top with 3:32 to go in the first quarter. Tulsa going to get the ball back here.
Fantastic drive by the Carolina Skyhawks once again. If they can continue that type of production, they could leave today here with a victory, but Tulsa's going to have to answer back here on this drive.
For the Skyhawks at 1-3 would be a big win to put not only Tulsa at 2-3 and have the head-to-head over them, but also be at 2-3 themselves. Charles Ball on the return has a lane. Charles Ball out to the 29-yard line. Nice return by him. Will set Tulsa up with, I believe, Jeremy, some of their best field position today.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to Charles Ball there on his return. His speed getting him out to the 30. Most of their drives been starting inside their own 10.
Deacon Nickens 1-1 in his career against Carolina since season 10 when he got his start. 4 touchdowns to 5 interceptions in those games. And he will look to throw. 7-step drop. Deep shot down the field. It's defended well by Carolina. The deflection was made by Davidson Joseph. But if that ball was put a little bit over his head, Jeremy, that might have been 6.
Definitely. I mean, the receiver was running past him. He was free. Just a great individual effort there to get his hands on the ball and break that pass up from the second-round pick for Carolina.
Nickens 1-0 at home against these Skyhawks, but that one home game was played 160 miles southwest in Oklahoma City before the team moved to Arizona, finding a new home here in Tulsa. Flip out here to Robinson on a swing pass. Robinson going to pick up 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Tackle made by Doty on the outside.
So far here in the first quarter, Carolina's defense is doing a great job on 3rd down. Tulsa currently is averaging 56% completion on 3rd down, which is an incredible number for any offense. But again, Carolina really kind of keeping them in check, and they'll have to do it again here.
3rd and 4. Nickens across the middle, completes for the first down. Catch is made out there. Nice grab by the receiver, Marcel Miller, and it's a first down for the Desperados.
That play looks almost identical to what Carolina ran their last drive to Shea Carroll to pick up a first down. Both teams are going to have to tighten up the coverage over the middle.
Bring up a new set of downs here at the 41. Is that a 4-4 look out of Carolina? I believe it is. Looks like they're playing some bump man. They will give the ball to Robinson, and he is dropped in the backfield for a loss. Right there immediately was Phil Hall. That is an incredible play.
Nobody even put a hand on Phil Hall. He just kind of came free right up the middle and blew up Santo Robinson. Great job by him on that play.
So it'll drop Tulsa back 2nd and 14 from the 37-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Nickens takes a deep shot, caught, breaking into the open field. It's a foot race. 5, touchdown. Take that baby to the crib. Mike Osai.
Incredible route, incredible throw. And the Mike Osai turning on the jet boosters there. Carolina's defense was caught sleeping deep over the middle, and for a defense coming in today that allows 32 points per game, if they can't tighten up these big plays, we could be seeing that average continue there.
Deacon Nickens able to find him down the field, and you could argue, Jeremy, that Corey Jones right there might have got away with a little bit of a block in the back on Rochelle Colston, the free safety, but Osai turned on the Jets and was able to get to the goal line.
And Mike Osai is not the guy you want to leave open. He's one of the better receivers on this Tulsa's offense, and if you kind of just let him do his thing over the middle and don't have a body on him, you're going to pay it just like they did.
I don't know if it's his nickname, but my nickname for him is Old Trusty because he usually catches most of the passes thrown his way. Caught that one, was averaging 15.3 yards per catch coming into the game. Took that one much further than 15 yards for his 4th touchdown this season.
The 8-year vet, he just has so much experience. He's just learned so much through his career, and he put it on display right there in that one play. Almost put up all of his skills into one great route run catch and run after catch there.
Yeah, and really interesting that Tulsa, appears to be going for the veteran route to combine Nickens and Osai and use all those years of experience to pair, with some guys like Corey Jones, Sanzo Robinson, who have been here a while, but also kind of counter some of their rookies like Anthony Mosley and Jacob McCall on that offensive side. So, a good balance for that Tulsa team. They get on the board. It is 7-all here with just a minute and 48 left in the first quarter, and Carolina takes back over, starting now at their own 26-yard line off the return. Two receivers to the bottom of the screen, split backs for Sully Richardson, who is under center. 4-4 look out of Tulsa. They give to Logan Jack. Jack up the middle, able to fight forward. 4-7 tackle made there by DJ Majesty.
Great blocking from the Skyhawks offensive line. They kind of opened up just enough of a hole for Logan Jack to kind of sprint through. And so far, I'm loving the play calling from this Carolina offense. They're not letting Sully Richardson kind of get ahead of himself and make some errant throws. They're just kind of taking it play by play and letting Sully kind of get it to the open receivers when he does throw.
Clock rolling here to 1:15. Handoff to Logan Jack, who gets bottled up, was able to fight forward for a few. It'll bring up 3rd and inches at the 35-yard line there. Jaden Swift, his first tackle of the game.
3rd-round pick for the Tulsa Desperados in this previous draft. Jaden Swift has been a good addition for their defensive line.
4 rookies on this defensive front, along with Chris Andrews, Demora, and John Stanley. Here is the handoff on 3rd and inches, and Logan Jack has way more than that, out to the 44. He was in the open field, just didn't really have the speed to get away from Charles Ball.
And you just mentioned it, 4 rookies on this defensive line. You saw 2 of them completely over-pursue Jack as he kind of just ran up the middle. And if it wasn't for Charles Ball making that tackle, Jack could have been finding himself in the end zone once again.
All knotted up at 7 here. Clock continues to roll as we tick under 30 seconds here left in the first. This very well might be the last play of the first quarter. 4 wide for Richardson in the gun. Richardson going to throw, protected well. Now hit as he was able to get it out of his hand. So the incompletion will bring up 2nd down. Tackle made by Chris Andrews, who supplied the pressure.
Sully Richardson just able to get that ball out and not take a sack. Sully comes in today being sacked 12 times through 4 games, which is the 3rd most in the league so far. But in this first quarter, his O-line has been keeping him clean.
Will start under center. Here's the 5-step drop. Moves in the pocket. Floats. Throws. Caught. First down. Catch is made by Jack Flash, but the legs of Sully Richardson to move up in the pocket and float one.
Yeah, his athleticism was kind of right there as he, like you said, ran right up the middle and fired one over the middle for a first down.
That'll bring us to the end of one. 7-all here. Carolina and Tulsa going back and forth. It's the Simulation Football League on Twitch and ESPN 252. Back here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Andy Hamilton on the call along with my color commentator Jeremy Vega. 3 wide receivers wide, 2 to the top of the formation here for Richardson, who is under center. 3-step drop, going to throw the corner route. That is caught by Prasad. Prasad down to the 22. He had the angle and was able to make the catch before the defender could even make a play on it.
Nate Hesla making just a bad judgment call there on that coverage. I think he just kind of assumed that ball was going to come right to him as he turned around and waited for it. But Harish Prasad's quick thinking, he jumps in front of it, makes the catch, and almost gets away for a big play. But that's a big first down that moves the ball just shy of the red zone.
And Harish Prasad yawning a little bit. Maybe, subliminally doing some trash talking here to this Tulsa secondary. They look like they're playing man here as Richardson takes a short snap, floats one. Oh, and that's picked off going the other way. Down the right-hand sideline, the interception is made by Barry Barkley. An incredible play for him.
The Tulsa Desperados front 7 put so much pressure, it kind of forced Sully to sidestep, and he tried to force that one in there to Harish Prasad, but Barry Barkley just kind of read it perfectly and came flying up to make the interception, and that's going to kill what was a great drive for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, Barkley was hanging out back there, and I don't know if Richardson even saw him. He had floated it right over the head of Heslep, If Barkley wasn't there, it was a touchdown, but Barkley able to close on the ball, take the ball away for Tulsa, and with 10:23 here to go in the second, they have 1st and 10 on their own 31 after the return. Handoff Robinson, his first carry of the game. He will just get a yard as Carolina pursued really well, and Tristan Hatley makes the tackle.
Hatley coming up to make a great tackle. That was kind of one-on-one. That power run Tulsa just tried wasn't really working. They got enough pressure to have to force Robinson to kind of go around blockers, and it threw him off a bit and didn't result in much.
Robinson, the 12th best back in terms of rush yards this season, averaging 5.3 yards per carry. They'll give to him again on 2nd down. Strings this one out, not able to get around the first guy. It'll be 3rd and 7. Tackle made out there. A nice job by Jimmy Thompson.
Back-to-back plays where the outside run for Tulsa just wasn't there because of the great pressure and run coverage from the Skyhawks defense. And again, a one-on-one tackle that kind of just left Sansa right in his, just kind of brought him down immediately, didn't let him get anything big on that.
5 receivers for Nickens in the gun. Short drop, floats a corner route. That nearly picked off. It was a bad throw. The receiver and quarterback were not on the same page. Receiver ran to the sideline. Quarterback threw it on the middle of the field, and Davidson Joseph makes the tackle.
Definitely miscommunication there. The receiver wasn't even close to where that ball was, and the Tulsa Desperados just thankful that this one fell to the ground and are able to punt this one away.
Excuse me, that was Hatley who made the pass deflection. 22 and 42 were both in the area, and it'll bring up this 4th and 7, and Tulsa was going to have to punt this one away and won't get any points off the turnover. They'll send out Cortland Weaver to kick this one away from their own 33. No pressure coming from Carolina. Kick is away. Harish Prasad will try and line up a return. He's going to bring this one out across the 30 to the 34, and that is where he will be brought down. And with 9:09, Sully Richardson will lead the offense back out following the interception. That was his 9th pick of the year, Jeremy, and only 5 touchdowns to those 9 picks. And so they're gonna need more out of him.
Yeah, and I believe it starts with the protection that he gets from his offensive line. I mean, I said earlier he's the 3rd most sacked quarterback, and when he's under pressure, he doesn't do too well. And he threw an interception on that last drive. We'll see if they can clean it up here. Maybe give it to Logan Jack.
Hand off Jack, and he will only fall forward for a yard at the 35. 9 minutes to go here in the second. Jack averaging 5.7 yards per carry. Ball on the tackle.
57 yards through not even a quarter and a half yet. It's a great start for Logan Jack.
Yeah, puts him on pace for over 200 if he were able to keep it up. We'll see exactly what they can do. Handoff Jack up the middle. Jack with a blocker, and he gets strung down 1 yard shy of the line to gain. Really good job by Jaden Swift to carry and run after the running back who ran past him.
3rd and 1 once again. We'll see what the Carolina Skyhawks offensive coordinator dials up here on 3rd and short.
Well, and if Tulsa brings any pressure, that has been where they have got some bad throws out of Sully Richardson, is when they bring extra men. Under center, Richardson will just hand to Jack, and Jack just gets enough for the first down, literally gained maybe 2 yards as Espen Royale was the guy who brought him down.
Espen just not quick enough to reach Logan Jack there and stop him from picking up that first down. But good job for Carolina extending their drive. Now they got a new set of downs to work with.
4 wide receivers spread out. Logan Jack in a single back. Richardson from under center. 3-step drop, throws, caught. Flash Furman there out to the 41. Nice catch by him. Hits his first grab of the day.
Flash Furman, he's not used entirely too much in this offense. Just 16 receptions through his first 4 games of the season for only 155 yards, but good to see him getting involved early.
1st and 10 at the 41. 7.5 minutes to play here for the Carolina offense, trying to string a drive together after throwing an interception on their last drive. Tulsa with 4 down linemen. Looks like they're playing man. Sully Richardson under center will hand the ball off to Logan Jack up the middle. Jack able to shift around and pick up 8. Nice carry up the middle. Charles Ball finally brings him down at the 33.
And it's going to take somebody on this Tulsa defense to recognize that when they're covering the 4 wide look from Carolina's offense and they're playing man bump there, Carolina is just kind of running it right up the middle and it's working well for them. So somebody's going to have to call an adjustment there at the line and kind of get them in position to stop the run.
High pro against a 4-3. Here's the handoff. Jack cut down shy of the line to gain. Incredible play by DJ Majesty to lay the hit.
I'm thinking they're calling his knee down before the first down line. The ball did appear to be a cross, but maybe his knee was down right before the marker.
Majesty has played for this Carolina Skyhawks team in the past, so he knows this offense well, having to, scrimmage against it in practice all the time. Flag on the play, free play here. They will flip it out to Logan Jack with room. Jack down all the way to the 24-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Majesty forces him out, and we'll check the flag.
Neutral zone infraction, number 96. Defense.
That's going to be an offsides there on Tulsa, and so Skyhawks will take the yardage there from Logan Jack instead of the penalty yardage, and it will set them up 1st and 10.
Rookie Berto Demora, the one who jumped off sides there, a little too aggressive. He's got to dial it back a little bit, wait for that ball to be snapped, and either way, it was still a first down from Carolina, so it's not that big of a deal for him.
Spread formation, they give to Logan Jack right up the middle with blockers, and Logan Jack able to fall forward for 7. Charles Ball in the tackle, and they've been getting Jack going really early here today, really making a dedicated effort to get him the ball.
And it's working for this Carolina offense. I mean, this is their 3rd really good drive of the first half. Inside the red zone, they just can't shoot themselves in the foot with a turnover here.
3 wide receivers wide, 2 in the backfield, 4 down linemen for Tulsa. They give to Jack up the middle again with a block, and Logan Jack has the first down before being flattened by Espen Rael right at the 11-yard line.
And if I'm Carolina, first down, 11 yards away from the end zone, I would give it to Logan Jack every time now.
They will line up with twins to the top of the formation. Harish Prasad is the farthest receiver away. 2 backs to the backfield against a 4-3. Handoff to Jack. They tried to stretch it out to the left, and it's a 2-yard loss. Tulsa was there. DJ Majesty, his 2nd tackle for loss this season.
Great read from DJ Majesty. Just kind of saw the stretch play happen and immediately just shot for the hole. Came free and blew up Jack for a loss in the backfield.
Now they will go 4 wide. Sully Richardson under center. 4-3 look out of Tulsa. Logan Jack, the lone man in the backfield. Richardson, not even a 2-step drop. Floats, caught, and down to the goal line, but not able to extend the ball over the plane was Shea Carroll. It was a beautiful catch and an even better throw from Richardson.
Initially, I was worried when that ball left his hand because it was a duck and the Tulsa defender came running across the field. I thought he was going to get his hands on it, but apparently he didn't see it. Shea Carroll able to bring it in, maybe a half a yard short of the end zone, and now they have 4 downs to work with.
They're going to spread 4 wide receivers down here at the goal line. Single back for Logan Jack. They will give to Jack up the middle, and Jack falls forward for his 2nd touchdown of the game, and the Skyhawks put more points on the board and extend and retake the lead.
Just an amazing drive from the Skyhawks offense, able to bounce back after they turned it over near the red zone, their previous drive, from a Sully interception. This time they punched it in, they took the lead, and now Tulsa down 7. They have 4 minutes left in the first half, so they have plenty of time. They don't have to rush anything to try to give themselves an opportunity to tie the game.
Wally Herman on to add the extra point, and if he does so, it will be 14-7, and that will give Carolina their 2nd lead of the game. Kick is up and through, 14-7 with 4:09 to go here in the 2nd, and you hit the nail on the head there, Jeremy. It really was a great drive from Carolina. They took their time. They were careful with the ball, and Logan Jack now up to 87 yards just through the first half.
And give credit to the blocking he's getting and just the play design that his coaches are drawing up for him, because all of it's working right now.
Carolina on the road trying to get a victory, and that would be their 2nd on the road this season. Ball with the return will bring it out across the 20. He tries a spin, and he will get out to the 23. And with 4:04 to go, It'll be Deacon Nickens leading this offense back out onto the field. Nickens 6 of 8 with a touchdown and a pick so far.
And I'd like to see Tulsa maybe try to get Robinson a little bit more involved. He's only got 4 carries that's amounted for 1 yard so far in the first half.
Another name we haven't called tonight, Forrest Stark, number 8 in the league in tackles, 11 per game. Hasn't seen any action. Nickens pressured, gets away from one, fumbles the ball, and Tulsa is able to fall on it back at their own 16. Pressure supplied by Stark, and right on cue, he makes a big play.
Huge pressure from the guys up front for Carolina. Deacon Nickens able to just shed one of them, but as soon as he come up, he did not see the other one blindside him, and the ball fell to the ground. But thankfully, they were able to recover it.
Falling on the recovery was Gito Williams, who was able to it was Javier Vasquez, the week 2 rookie signing fullback. Offsides here for Nickens, going to take a shot down the field. That one is caught. It'll be about a 7 or an 8 yard gain there made by Jacob McCall, his first catch of the day. Gotta love the 7-step drop on the free play there, Jeremy. Very, very timely and well done by the veteran.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised he even received that snap. Phil Hall came across so early. I thought he was going to kick the ball out of the center's hands, but Nickens, great throw on that free play.
So a 7-point lead for the Skyhawks. Their defense trying to hold here. 3rd and 8. Shotgun look for Nickens. He stands at 6'7" in the shotgun. 5 receivers wide. Carolina trying to bring pressure. Nickens has to float one down the field, and it's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Hatley was there, and that was the second time we've seen Nickens try and get it to Mike Osai down the field on that play, but he keeps throwing it a little bit too much inside.
Yeah, and at this point, I'm not sure if it's miscommunication between him and his guy or if it's just a really bad throw from Nickens coming out. But either way, again, for the second time, that ball fell to the ground. And with a punt here, Carolina should be set up with pretty decent field position with enough time to kind of put together a drive again before halftime.
Well, it could be, Jeremy, and I'm not 100% sure. We'll get to it after the return by Broussard. Out across the 40 to the 42. It could be that is a corner post route, and what the pressure from the Carolina front 7 is doing is forcing Nickens to throw the ball before he'd like to, and therefore he has to throw it where the receiver could be, and therefore he's just kind of guessing.
Yeah, I mean, that would make a lot of sense if that is the case, but either way, they're going to have to get on the same page and figure that route out if they're going to keep going to it.
Exactly. 1st and 10. Logan Jack on the carry is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Charles Ball makes the play at the 41.
Now, I didn't even see Charles Ball come up. I mean, he kind of flew in out of nowhere, making the tackle for a 2-yard loss, and that's a great start for his defense.
Yeah, Ball, a very interesting safety. Really, really, Jeremy, reminds me of a safety who used to play in Pittsburgh, number 43 in the NFL, where, he just kind of floats and does his own thing. Here's Sully Richardson taking a deep shot, and it's caught, and down the sideline, Carroll steps out of bounds at the 29. Nice corner shot from the Carolina Skyhawks, timed well, and it's a 1st down.
Carolina's offense kind of letting Tulsa know how the post corner works. They connected there on a good ball from Sully, and now they're deep in Tulsa, territory, almost just inside the 30, and this is setting up another good drive for Carolina.
Just under 2.5 minutes to play here. Sim Franco lining up against Shea Carroll. They have Harish Prasad in the slot, 2 receivers. They will give it right up the middle to Logan Jack, and Tulsa has seen that play one too many times. Right there to make the play is Espen Royale.
Espen Royale, man, he's an 8-year veteran. He's seen it all. He's done it all. He's probably been the cornerstone for any defense that he's ever been on. Great linebacker, great playmaker.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Carolina on top 14-7 and driving over Tulsa. It's the Simulation Football League. You can watch on simulationfl.net. You can also listen to us on ESPN 252. 2 minutes to go in the first half. 2nd and 10 here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sully Richardson under center. He will drop and give to Logan Jack off this left-hand side, and Jack is walloped. One man coming through like a rocket to make the play was DJ Majesty.
So far, the two linebackers, DJ Majesty and Espen Royale, are just complete tackling machines for this Tulsa defense. And if Tulsa can stand strong here on a 3rd down, they'll likely only give up 3 instead of another touchdown.
3 receivers wide. Sully Richardson on a 7-step drop. Pressure coming. He cannot evade. A sack made by Tulsa will get them potentially out of this drive. I think it was John Stanley coming through with the play.
And I don't want to blame the Carolina offensive line for that. I think that was just a deep play design, because Carolina did have Shea Carroll running open down the field. Just not enough time in the pocket for Sully to kind of get it out of there. And it's a big sack for Tulsa's defense as they pushed them out of field goal range.
And that is going to force them into a punt here instead of a field goal attempt. Matt Johnson on to try and pin Tulsa deep. Going to let all the time run off this clock that he can. He'll punt it with 50 seconds left. It's going to bounce at about the 5. It's going to roll to the 3, the 2, and it's going to roll into the end zone. They tried to stop it, but the special teams of Carolina falters.
46 seconds left, 3 timeouts before halftime. Tulsa's offense hasn't really been clicking too much here in the first half. Do you think they should try to put something together to potentially tie the game, or at least maybe walk away with some kind of points?
I think you circle the play that Mike Osai made earlier. You run that. Maybe run the ball once or twice, see if you can get a 1st down, then run it. But I think that play was a big one if you can hit on it again. They give to Robinson. Robinson shoulders a man and is able to pick up 6 to the 26.
Great run by Robinson. Great truck, too. But it appears that Tulsa's in no hurry to get things going, and maybe they're just going to see if Robinson or one of their players can maybe break something off on a play before half. But it doesn't appear they're trying to put anything together to kind of move the ball downfield.
Well, and not forcing it is always something that is, undervalued. Deacon Nickens today, 70% completion percentage so far. Trying to protect that heading into the half. They will give to Robinson for another 2. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the 29, and that most likely will be the last play of the first half. Well, Jeremy, it was back and forth. Both teams able to find the end zone, but Carolina finding it one more time than not. This Tulsa defense has looked as if it were going to give up more points than that, but a big sack and an interception in the red zone forced Carolina to punt once and turn the ball over once, and Tulsa's still in this game.
It's crazy because, watching that first half, it just really seemed like Carolina controlled the game in every way. I mean, they had multiple long drives. They were able to get their passing game going on certain downs. They had their running game going all first half. It really just seemed like they had all the momentum and everything's going their way. And to only be up 1 touchdown at halftime, it's got to be good knowing that for Tulsa that, you didn't have the best first half, but you're still completely in this game with the whole second half coming up.
Yeah, definitely. Time of possession really showing the difference between these two teams. But Jeremy, as I can attest to, I've seen this team in Tulsa stick around, and then at the last second win a game. In week 1, they had a walk-off Hail Mary against the Chicago Wildcats for a touchdown with 4 seconds left. So if anything, for Carolina, James Klein has to be telling them in the locker room, hey, we gotta finish this thing.
Definitely cannot let up. I mean, you nailed it completely. Tulsa is not a quitting team. I mean, they're in the fight until that last whistle goes off. They're just going to have to clean some things up, put together some drives. 16 total plays in the first half. Not enough to really get your offense in any kind of a rhythm, but we'll see what they can do, see if maybe they can pick things up here in the second half. And if you're Carolina, just keep doing what you're doing, because you do not want this team hanging around late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, with some big playmakers on this receiving core too. Corey Jones, Mike Osai, as well as, we haven't heard from Anthony Mosley today. Jacob McCall, just the 1 catch. So they have the weapons to get going. The question is, can they?
And I think if they're going to do it, it's got to start with Sanzo. Keep feeding him the ball, get him a little bit more than what he had in the first half, and maybe your offense will start clicking.
Well, we're back out for the second half here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. 57 degrees outside. We are here in the Dome at Greenwood District Stadium. Underway here for the second half. Charles Ball will bring it off his own goal line and out to the 25. Andy Hamilton along with Jeremy Vega in the booth. Mike Improda doing stats for us. Half, Jeremy, got to get him going.
Definitely. I mean, that's kind of the key, in my opinion, to get yourself and your offense kind of back into the game.
1st and 10. Shotgun look here out of Deacon Nickens. He'll change the play at the line. Going to throw. 4 receivers will run for it. Oh, nearly scooped off the turf. A dangerous pass. And lucky that Davidson Joseph didn't pick that off if you're a Tulsa fan.
I'm assuming that ball was intended for Mike Osai. He's really the only guy that was even close to where that ball went. And once again, it just seems like Mike Osai and Deacon Nickens just are not on the same page with the routes and where that ball is going to. And it's unfortunate because when they do connect, you get a 62-yard touchdown.
Trips here to the near side of the field. 4 down linemen for Carolina. Robinson the lone back. Here is Nickens on a 5-step drop. Fires down the seam. Caught! Big play out to midfield. What a catch there, and what a throw right into the middle of a ton of Skyhawks, and Corey Jones hauls it in.
Yeah, the other guy whose name we've kind of been waiting to pop up. Nice little deep cross route there. Perfect placement by Deacon Nickens. And that's kind of something that you like to see from Nickens, kind of get his confidence going after a few errant throws from him so far.
When if you're Deion Hawkins on the sideline, you got to be scratching your head going, he almost throws a pick right into the dirt to no one, and then he throws a beautiful ball down the seam. Here on 1st down from midfield, he throws a dime to the right corner. Touchdown, Tulsa. It takes one play, and Mike Osai able to make that play. Touchdown, Desperados.
Mike Osai and Nickens finally connecting on that route, and it works to perfection there as double move from Mike Osai kind of leaves him wide open. He makes the catch, and now he's got over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and now Tulsa right back in it after this extra point.
Yeah, it looked like they had been trying the corner post route all day. They switch it to a post corner route, and that works beautifully. And Tulsa able to strike and get this game back to even on the opening drive from the kick. Jeremy, they looked a little more electric there.
Absolutely, and it's funny because we were saying how much they should be handing it off to Sansa Robinson, and I think they threw every play on that drive, and it ends up resulting in a touchdown.
Well, and that's the one thing you have with Tulsa and all their receiving threats is that at no point are you out of a game because you can pass, and that's one thing in the simulation football league that sometimes gets underrated. Having a great back is wonderful, but if you get down by 2 or 3 scores, you have to have the receivers to come back.
And Tulsa, like you said, definitely has the receiving group to be able to do that.
Plenty of SFL action coming at you throughout today's slate. Harish Prasad with the return out to the 25. Jeremy, what game on the slate are you looking forward to today?
Honestly, it was the game that finished right before this. It was the London at Mexico City. I mean, that's always a pretty good matchup when they play, and it was close until about mid-4th, near the end of the 4th, and Mexico just kind of ran away with it there. Really liked that game because I was seeing how Mexico City would bounce back after their slow start this season.
4 o'clock Eastern, Jacksonville will take on New Orleans. That is next as Logan Jack gets back to the line of scrimmage. And then tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, Seattle will head to Vancouver to take on the Legion. Cameron Irvine and Stephen Mullinex have that call. Colin Northrup and Rick Northrup have the call here at 4. So it'll set up 2nd and 10 here. Sully Richardson under center. 4-3 look out of this Tulsa defense. 4 receivers wide for Carolina. Short drop. Richardson pressured. Has to get it off to Logan Jack out of the backfield. Jack able to make something out of nothing. Picks up 5.
Good start for Tulsa's defense coming out of the second half, kind of matching the intensity of their offense. If they can get Carolina off the field here, then all that momentum Carolina had going into halftime might be lost.
Tulsa has walked up to the line. They look like they're playing man or bump, one of the two. They will bump. Here's a handoff to Logan Jack, and Jack has the first down out to the 36. Right when Tulsa goes man-to-man on the outside, they say, all right, we'll just hand it to Logan Jack.
And it looked like Tulsa came out with like a man corner blitz as the safety was down all the way up on the line, far right of the offense. And Carolina, to combat that, just kind of ran right up the middle on third down, which was a great play call that picked up a first.
4 receivers wide again here. Richardson under center. They will give to Logan Jack right up the middle again. And Tulsa rides him down there. Not going to get very far that time. Tackle made by Ryal.
The workload for Logan Jack up to 24 carries on the game so far, and with practically another quarter and a half to go, Logan Jack seems like he's on pace for at least 30 touches.
They are feeding the man in his first year in Carolina. They give it to him again, coming over from New Orleans, able to get a yard there out to the 37, and with 8:15 in the third, it's 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, it's going to be a tough one for Carolina to pick up. I mean, early in the first, they were throwing it short on 3rd down. After that, they were able to pick up some 3rd downs. Not so much on 3rd and long, 3rd and medium. So we'll see if they dial up here in an empty gun formation.
5 receivers wide. Richardson, the lone man in the backfield. Sully will throw. Pressure coming. Tries to evade. Does evade. Can't get past the second man. Tulsa's going to bring him down for a big sack. And it is made there by Chris Andrews, the 3rd-round rookie.
Yeah, and if you're going to, I mean, they didn't really even, blitz anyone. The Tulsa defense didn't, and their big guys able to apply a lot of pressure and sack Sully Richardson for the second time today. And now Carolina punting the ball away to Tulsa, and Tulsa's going to have pretty decent field position pending a Charles Ball return here.
Punt is away, and it will be fielded by Charles Ball at about his own 35. Return will only go to the 38, and that is the difference, Jeremy, when you have some star defensive linemen and you get into a passing situation where they can pin their ears back and just go after the quarterback. Sometimes that's all the difference.
And especially when your offensive line isn't that great in the pass blocking department. They're phenomenal in terms of run blocking, but pass blocking, it's going to need some work. And when you're in a situation like that, yeah, like you said, the D-line's going to come, and they definitely got there.
First and 10 from the 38. 7:15 to go. Nickens pressured, gets rid of it. That is caught underneath by Anthony Mosley. 8-yard pickup, and it's a nice one by him. Tackle is made there on the outside by that was made by Rochelle Colston.
The rookie tight end, Anthony Mosley, picking up his first catch of the afternoon, and Tulsa not really electing to hand the ball off too much to start the second half, and it's working for him.
Shotgun snap to Nickens. Nickens stands in the pocket. Deep shot. Caught down the middle of the field. That was a huge throw down to the 14. That is Mike Osai's 3rd reception, up over 140 yards. And get this, Jeremy, that's his first catch that didn't go for 6.
And if it wasn't for him stumbling after the catch, he probably would have walked that one in as well. 3 catches, 143 yards. That is absolutely insane. And you see him on the sideline pumping up the crowd as his offense now 4 yards shy of Carolina's red zone.
After the Zane Doty interception, they walked Osai to the other side, and it has been paying dividends for them today. 3-2 in the backfield for Nickens to throw. Nickens going to dump it out to Robinson on a swing pass, and Robinson steps out of bounds. Could not keep the footing at the 26. It'll be a loss of 3.
And it's interesting that Tulsa coming out of halftime, it's full pass mode. I mean, they haven't handed the ball off once so far, this being their second drive, but it's working, and look for them to take another shot over the middle to Mike Osai before this drive's over.
Carolina jumps off sides. Free play for Nickens here. Dumps out to Robinson, and it's really unfortunate because Trevon Prasad played that really well. It was going to be a loss of 1. Instead, it'll turn into a free 5 yards for Tulsa.
Neutral zone infraction, number 57, defense.
That was Kathleen Harrell there, who jumped off sides, a week 4 rookie signing. And she, playing here in her first game, gives Tulsa a free 5 yards here. Robinson on the outside, laid a hit and then took a hit out there to the 16-yard line.
Robinson, great power he's showing off there. He's able to truck through a defender and make this a 3rd and short for Tulsa. And if Tulsa can't pick this up, they're at least in field goal range to able to take their first lead of the game.
Shotgun look here for Nickens. He will take the snap, throws the out route. Oh, had to come back and get it, and they're going to give the first down there to Corey Jones. What an acrobatic play if it stands.
Great catch from Corey Jones, but from my perspective, it appears he ran beneath the first down line and didn't pick it up, so it's definitely challenge worthy, but we'll see if that flag comes out.
1st and 10 here from the 14. Nickens going to walk him up to the line. He will be under center. 2 receivers here to the bottom of the screen. 4-3 look out of Carolina. They will hand it to Robinson. Stretch play coming right, and he will just get back to the line of scrimmage. Carolina does a good job of spreading him out. Tristan Hatley makes the tackle.
Tristan Hatley, along with Phil Hall there to bring down Sansa Robinson short of where they snapped it. They didn't mark him with any loss, so now it's 2nd and 10.
2 wide receivers, top of the formation. Here is Nickens in the shotgun, going to throw. Pumps once and sacked. Dropped by Carolina. They brought the pressure, and Riley Combs gets home. She makes a big play, her 4.5th sack of the year.
Nickens, it appeared he was trying to move the safety with a pump fake, but just had his eye on his receiver too long. Didn't see Riley Combs coming up, and Riley Combs with a great sack to force Tulsa into a 3rd and long.
3rd and 17 from the Carolina 20. They can pick up the first down without getting into the end zone. Nickens in the shotgun will take a 2-step drop. He's going to throw, heaves down the seam, and it's incomplete. Almost was taken away by Tristan Hatley, and it'll set up a field goal attempt for Tulsa.
It's unfortunate that Tulsa just couldn't punch this one in. Either way, they're going to get a field goal. If the field goal can go through the uprights, they'll have their first lead of the afternoon. And it just seems like Tulsa stole the momentum for Carolina here in the 3rd quarter.
So Tulsa will send out their star kicker, a week 2 signing, Lonzy Champion. 5'10", 195. The rookie will try and boot this one through to give the hometown Tulsa Desperados their first lead of the day. Kick is on the way and good from 37. And Tulsa, for the first time today, is on top of Carolina 17-14.
Yeah, rookie kicker Lonzy Champion, knocking through his 5th field goal of the season. He's only got 1 miss so far. He's doing a great job for Tulsa in the kicking game.
10-point run here for the home team Tulsa Desperados. Carolina, coming out of the halftime break, has struggled to get anything going.
Yeah, they're going to have to kind of shake off whatever's keeping them from the first half performance. This will be their 2nd drive of the 3rd quarter, and we'll see if they can make it a good one.
Prasad will get the return out to the 26, and that will bring Sully Richardson in this offensive unit back out onto the field. Richardson today is 12 of 14, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. He will line up here, 1st and 10 from the 26. 3:29 to go here in this quick-moving 3rd quarter. Now finding themselves down by 3. Here is Richardson, spin move on the throw, and he will get it out to Logan Jack for 2. Looks like the pressure forced him into an early throw there.
Yeah, and they had to have worked on this one quite often because Sully just 180s and slings it. And I don't even know if he even saw the running back there, but he just knew exactly where to put it. Great throw by him. Unfortunately, it was only for 2 yards.
I think they call that one, Jeremy, a 360 no-scope.
I like it.
2 in the backfield, I formation here. Richardson stands at the 28, will take a 2-step drop here. Pressure coming, gets it out to the halfback on the right-hand side. Logan Jack able to get out to the 34. It'll bring up 3rd and 2.
big 3rd and 2 here, for Carolina. You cannot fail on this 3rd down attempt and punt the ball away, because then your offense is going to really kind of be in a second half rut. So we'll see how they pick up this 3rd down, but they're going to have to pick it up.
Twins to the top of the screen. Here is Richardson changing the play at the line. Wants something different. Bump man out of Tulsa. Free play. They're going to get the first down on an offside snap here, but Logan Jack did not run for enough for the first down, so Tulsa gives up a first down play.
Number 96, defense. 12-yard penalty, first down.
Well, and if you're head coach Deion Hawkins, you got to be a little irate there. That is how Carolina extends this drive.
Yeah, Berto Demora's second false start or neutral zone infraction, you could say. And it's unfortunate because they were able to stop him on a Richard Newton one-on-one tackle on Logan Jack, but Carolina now on kind of a second chance drive here.
Logan Jack able to they're going to mark him down for short of 1. I thought they might give him the line of scrimmage. Demora there with a tackle for loss, so almost immediately makes up for his missed play.
Hey, he's going to have to do one more time because he had 2 neutral zone infractions. He made up for one of them. We'll see if he can make up for the other one.
Well, glad you're keeping track, Jeremy. Someone has to. Richardson under center will throw. Short drop. Gets rid of it out to Logan Jack on the outside. Jack able to get 5 or 6. And that really short drop, the 1 or the 2 yard drop for Richardson, so far today, it has netted them some quick swings, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing more than that at all, and it's kind of putting them in these 3rd down situations, and they're not very good on 3rd down, and they're going to have to continue to be. They're going to have to change that if they want to get these first downs.
Facing their 10th 3rd down, they give to Jack up the middle. He's able to fight forward to the 49, just crossing midfield for the first down. And you hit the nail on the head there, Jeremy. I mean, that's really what's getting them into these 3rd down situations. That they're 10th of the game.
It's crazy that they've had 10 so far, but on that one, that might have been the 2nd or 3rd time they went to Logan Jack on the ground on 3rd down, and he was able to pick it up.
Handoff Jack dropped in the backfield, loss of 1 to midfield. Nice play there made on the Tulsa side to get him down in the backfield.
We have seen Tulsa's big guys up front over pursue a few different times when Carolina goes up the middle. That time they didn't over pursue, and they're able to wrap up Logan Jack fairly quickly there for a loss.
4 receivers wide here for Richardson. Hands up the middle to Logan Jack. Jack is going to go down at the 45, a 5 or a 6 yard carry before DJ Majesty can bring him down. And Jeremy, as we enter the 4th quarter, Tulsa on top of Carolina. These scores have flipped and flopped. These teams have gone back and forth. And get your 4s up in the chat. We have 11 minutes to play. It's the Simulation Football League, Week 5 action. Carolina and Tulsa live here on ESPN 252 and twitch.tv/simulationfl. This Carolina's 11th 3rd down attempt. They average a 3rd down attempt on every 5.4 plays today, Jeremy. Here is Richardson on a short drop. All slants. Throw is deflected by Espen Royale, and Carolina's going to have to punt.
Carolina's offense has got to be feeling defeated at this point. There's still a whole quarter left, but man, have they just kind of stumbled out of the gates at a halftime. That's 2 bad drives to open the second half when they had, I think it was 4 really good drives in the first half. So they're going to have to change some things up, particularly with their play calling, if they want to kind of make a rally here in the 4th quarter.
Matt Johnson on to kick this one away. He will put the boot to it. Charles Ball will field the fair catch at the 10. So it's going to be bad field position here for Tulsa. A good punt from Johnson.
And a quick 3 and out from Tulsa's offense could set Carolina's offense up with some good field position, and a few plays from them could put them in Wally Herman's field goal range to tie the game if that scenario were to play out. But Tulsa has the ball now. We'll see if they can put together another 3rd consecutive drive in the second half. 2
backs in the backfield. Nickens under center will take a short drop. Quick throw caught first down catches made by Corey Jones at the 21-yard line. Zane Doty on the tackle. He has been pretty quiet since that early interception.
And that's just great play calling, play design from the offensive coordinator for Tulsa. You know, Zane Doty coming into the game, you thought maybe you would challenge him. He answers that fairly quickly, I believe on the first play, and then you just kind of mix some things up and kind of just stay away from him, and it's been working for him.
4 wide receivers wide. Shotgun snap for Nickens here. Stands, moves in the pocket, floats a wobbler. Oh my, somehow gets into the hands of Jacob McCall. It looked like there were 3 closing Skyhawks to try and make a play on that football, and somehow McCall gets it.
I have no idea how he got that or how Nickens even got that ball off. Great plays from both of those guys to pick up 8 yards.
That will set them up 2nd and 2 here from the Tulsa 28. Free play, handoff to Robinson. Robinson off the right-hand side. Robinson stiff arms a man, and Robinson's out to the 50-yard line. What a run from Sanzo. Starts rumbling down the field.
Was that a better run or a better stiff arm? My goodness.
Has definitely the arm of steel there to put the defender down to the ground. The neutral zone infraction will be declined. That was Riley Combs who jumped off sides. And Tulsa now starting to churn as they really have taken this second half by storm.
It's really surprising too. I mean, just with how the first half went, it's a little bizarre to see it completely flip the script. You know, it was all Carolina, now it's been all Tulsa.
And it will set them up here. 3 wide receivers wide, 2 in the backfield in an I formation. 4 down linemen for Carolina. Nickens will hand the delayed handoff off to Robinson, who is corralled really well. Forrest Stark there read that play beautifully.
It was a counter run that just kind of went nowhere, and it all kind of started with Forrest Stark getting off of his blocker and just kind of spearing Sanzo midair for a loss there. So great individual play by him.
9:04 to go here in the 4th quarter. Carolina's defense trying to get off the field. 2nd and 11. Tulsa will hand to Robinson up the middle. Robinson through another man. Zane Doty cleans it up at the 45. It'll be 3rd and 3 right there at the 45-yard line. They need to get down to the Carolina 42 in order to move the chains.
And would I be crazy for wanting Tulsa, you know, with how good their passing attack's been here in the second half, to just hand it off to Sanzo on 3rd and 3?
I don't know. They have 3 blockers in, 2 in front of Sanzo. They could also run a screen here to the bottom side. They hand to Sanzo off the top side of the formation, and he has the first down. He has the 39-yard line, and with 8:20 to go, it's a first down for Tulsa.
Carolina's defense, you know, you hate to give up that first down, but if it wasn't for David Harrell making that tackle, I mean, Robinson had two big guys in front of him, and if it wasn't for that tackle, I think he would have taken that one all the way.
And for Carolina, the important part here is bend as much as you want. Just don't break. Don't give up this touchdown. Nickens shotgun look, will throw the deep ball down the left-hand side. Caught Mike Osai out of the 15. He was working on Zane Doty. That was 2 of the best in the league this year, right there one-on-one. And Osai got the better of Doty.
Doty, yeah, after the play, he's just kind of showing his frustration. He was in position to make a play, just kind of a step behind at the last minute, and Mike Osai got one back on him there. And now Tulsa, 15 yards away from going up 2 possessions midway through the 4th quarter. Like you said, Carolina's defense is going to have to not break here.
Shotgun look here for Nickens. He stands at the 20, takes a shotgun snap and throws the slant to Jacob McCall. First down to the 4-yard line before Tristan Hatley can bring him down.
And everything is just clicking now for Tulsa. I mean, this is their 3rd drive of the second half, and it's gotten them into scoring position each time. And we'll see how they try to capitalize with the field position now and go up 2 possessions.
Under center, Nickens, a 7-step drop, will throw right in the middle of the field. A wide open touchdown for Tulsa. His first career touchdown. Jacob McCall puts Tulsa up by 2 scores.
Congratulations, Jacob McCall. The 2nd-round pick number 31 was just left wide open. I think Carolina's defense got confused because McCall and another receiver were running the same route, and then they split. And Carolina's defense went with the guy who kept running and left McCall open, who stopped, and he got his first touchdown. And Tulsa, it's just been running away with it since the start of the second half.
They will add the extra point to go up by 10. It has been an incredible swing for Tulsa ever since the second half kickoff. Champion adds the extra point, 24-14, Tulsa on top of the visiting Carolina Skyhawks.
Carolina, I said it after their last drive, they're going to have to mix up their play calling. I mean, they were doing a lot of short dump-offs and some handoffs that was putting them in bad spots. And they're going to have to mix things up to try to get some points on this drive. I don't want to say that it would be over if they don't, but they would make it really hard on themselves if they can't at least walk away with some points.
A 17-0 run here for Tulsa in the second half. Here is Harish Prasad after the 29, had a couple moves, and that will set up Sully Richardson in this offense in decent field position.
And I'm thinking, if there's going to be a comeback, Logan Jack's been working well for your offense, but with 7 minutes left, down 2 possessions, this one's going to have to go through Sully for the remainder of the game.
Well, and if I'm Tulsa, I'm doubling Harish Prasad. He is their star. They are going single man coverage on the outsides. Here is Richardson. Short drop, dumps it out to the fullback on the left side, Zoma, and Zoma able to fall forward 4-2, his first touch of the game.
First touch of the game, 9th reception of the season, and let me tell you why, that play is not going to work to the fullback because of the speed of Espen Royale. I mean, Espen Royale was at least 3 yards behind to start the play, but quick speed. He closed that gap and closed in on Zoma and made the tackle.
4 receivers wide here. Richardson under center, 1 in the backfield. Another super short drop, quick throw there. The catch is made on the outside there by Jack Flash. I believe that's his second of the day. Those all slants are the plays that Carolina has been taking the short drops on.
So far, it's a great start to your drive. I mean, if they're going to answer back, this is kind of how you want to start it off, picking up a first down and, getting slowly going.
4 wide, empty backfield. Richardson throws off his back foot, caught there incomplete. Play made by DJ Majesty on the tackle. Looked like the receiver had it, but couldn't hold on going to the ground.
Yeah, Logan Jack, not really used to taking a shot once he makes the catch. I just think he wasn't ready for DJ Majesty there, who applied the big hit and kind of jarred that reception loose. And now, Carolina, 2nd and 10, don't panic. I'd say pass it again. Maybe go back to the slants.
And Jack doesn't necessarily strike me as one of those backs you would want to spread out like that. He's a little bit better when he has a full head of steam coming with him as opposed to making a grab like that. 4-3 look out of Tulsa. Richardson under center, 4 receivers wide, Prasad in the slot. He will throw. That is caught there for a 6-yard pickup catch made by Jack Flash. They have ran all slants now 3 times in a row, and it's netted them 1 first down.
Yeah, I was saying go right back to it, and they did, and it got them 6 yards. And honestly, they're lined up in the same formation. They may go right back to it if it's going to pick them up 6 yards, because that would be enough for another first down.
Yeah, defensive backs playing well off. This was instead a 90X hot, and they were trying to get it to Prasad, but Espen Royale was right there. The route ran right into the zone that Royale was covering. It's 4th and 4 from the 47, Jeremy, and with 5.5, I think you would go for this.
Absolutely. You don't want to punt this away. Your offense has got nothing going. Defense has got nothing going. You got to go for it. You got to, take a shot, but it appears that they're going to punt it away.
They're going to trust their defense and send out Matt Johnson, who pinned Tulsa deep last time. 4th and 4 from the 47, and they will kick. Johnson gets the kick away. They have good coverage on this. 4 balls return. Charles Ball will only get out to the 23-yard line. And with 5:15, Carolina needs a stop on the defensive side to get back into this game.
And honestly, I don't know what the answer is. Tulsa has just been red hot so far these last couple of quarters, and all they need is another one of those long, consistent drives, and they can really put this one away.
Deacon Nickens will lead the team up. Robinson is in the single back formation, 2 receivers wide here. Carolina going to bring 4 on the blitz as Nickens looks to throw. Throws underneath, tipped up, caught. It wasn't originally intended for Mike Osai, but he does haul it in. He's done a little bit of everything today.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, ball wasn't even, like you said, intended for him, and he kind of had the quick thinking of going after that one, and he picked up the reception. You know, a great play for 3 yards, probably the best 3-yard play I've seen all season.
Tulsa in the shotgun. Not sure if this is the best formation here with 4:45 to go and ticking. Here is Nickens to throw. Nickens going to heave one down the middle of the field. Picked off. Perfect timing for Carolina. They get the turnover. Down the field, the pick is made by Rochelle Colston. What a play for her and what a time.
You called it. A shotgun was a bad formation to come out in, and Tulsa just got way too aggressive there. Rochelle Colson making them pay while simultaneously putting her offense in field goal range. You know, they want to go for the touchdown here. As long as they don't turn it over, they can bring it back to one possession.
Yeah, perfectly described there, Jeremy. They are moving from left to right. They are moving from the 29. 4.5 to go. Here is Richardson on a short drop. Swings it out to Logan Jack. Plenty of desperados in the area. That was not a smart throw.
Not at all, and it appears the Desperados defense is really zoned in on that swing route as they're smothering it.
Richardson pumps. Here's the throw. Incomplete. Was trying to find Shea Carroll. And it'll be 3rd and 10 at the 29. It was a good throw, but Carroll just couldn't hold on.
3rd and long. You gotta go a little deep on this one if you want to extend this drive, and it's a little dangerous. Sully's gonna have to make the right read. He can't take a sack to make this kick harder.
Yep.
So we'll see how this goes.
Got to throw it away if it's not there. 5 receivers wide. Richardson in the shotgun. Richardson, short drop, pressure coming. Floats one to the middle of the field. Oh, picked off! Taken away by Charles Ball. He was in the area, and Tulsa might have just sealed this one with 4 minutes to go, courtesy of Mr. Ball.
Man, and the only bad thing on that play for Carolina was Sully floated it. He didn't even try to drive that one in there, because if he did, they might have been walking away with a first down. And instead, the ball was tipped up after the hit, and Charles Ball makes a great play and takes it right back. And that's got to kill Carolina.
A great play by Charles Ball at the right time gives this Tulsa team the ball back right at their 26. So after 2 turnovers, the ball really doesn't move very far, and with 4:09, Desperados take over. They give to Robinson, who plows through 1 and picks up 6. And that, Jeremy, is what I was saying they should have been doing on the last drive.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you think they may have learned from that? Because now they're going back to the run.
Hey, the best thing about coaching in the Simulation Football League is learning from your mistakes and learning in order to make the next opportunity better, and that is what the SFL is all about, opportunity. The Simulation Football League gives you the opportunity to become a player, coach, or potentially one day a team owner. All you have to do is head over to simulationfl.net. 2nd and 4, 3:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. 24-14, Tulsa on top of Carolina. Nickens, a shotgun snap, throws down the middle of the field, caught by Mike Osai, threading the needle there. Nickens moves the ball to the 44, and that might do it.
I have not, at this point in the game, figured out what's more dangerous. A shotgun play when you should be running it, or just Mike Osai in general, because he has been lights out today.
Yeah, both are very venomous species if you're not careful. And here they get the 1st and 10 at the Carolina 44 with 3 minutes to go. Really, if they pick up about 10 or 11 yards, this thing could be over. Carolina really has to buckle down right here.
Osai, 213 yards on 6 receptions. Insane.
Mike Improda doing the stats for us here. 1st and 10, 2:45 and ticking to go here in the 4th. Robinson will get the handoff off the left side, and he will pick up 2. Carolina makes the tackle there. Cologne on the wrap-up, and Carolina should use their timeouts.
Yeah, I would agree with you on using the timeouts here. I mean, you got to try to preserve as much time as possible, and it's incredibly unfortunate that they threw a pick on their last drive, because they were in field goal range. I mean, they were finally set up with something they could work with, and it just kind of didn't end up the way they thought it was going to.
2nd and 8 here from the 42. Nickens under center. Robinson, the lone back, with a fullback, Javier Vasquez, in front of him. They will take all the time that they can off the clock, snap it right before the 2-minute warning. Robinson into the open field. Robinson puts a man down, and he's out across the 30, and that will give them a first down right at the 2-minute warning. Tulsa has taken this second half by storm. 17 unanswered points, and they're looking to finish it. Sanzo Robinson today, 14 carries, 63 yards, and he has really been putting it to Carolina here late in this game. And that will set them up for 1st and 10 at the Carolina 30. 2 in the backfield here. They are in field goal range. Just under 2 minutes. Clock is stopped, so they will give to Robinson here off the left side. Doty puts a shoulder to him there, and Carolina will burn their first timeout.
And, for Carolina, hold them to a field goal keeps you, in the game. It's not 3 possessions. It remains at 2 possessions. It would still take a lot of quick scoring and a lot of work to walk away with a W this late in the game. But at least you got to, right now your focus has got to be holding the field goal.
Shotgun look here for Nickens. This a dangerous formation here. 4-3 look. Nickens to throw. Stand to the pocket. Floats one middle of the field. Picked off by Carolina. They are not dead yet. Tristan Hatley makes the play, and the Skyhawks have life.
Oh, man. Tulsa just loves to gamble, don't they? That formation has resulted in a couple of touchdowns and now a couple of interceptions, and you're scratching your head wondering why they're not just trying to run this clock out. They're just giving the Carolina Skyhawks second and third opportunities to try to make something happen. And now, if you're Carolina, it's now or never. You have to make something happen here on this drive.
The Ace Trips formation has burned Tulsa one too many times today, and Carolina is looking to take advantage. Minute 48 to go. They find themselves down by 10, have not scored here in the second half. They flip it out to Logan Jack off the left side. Jack gets out of bounds here at the 22, picks up 5.
The key is going to be getting out of bounds. But throwing these screens, these little dump offs for 5 yards, it's not going to be enough. You don't have enough time for that. They're going to have to start pushing this ball downfield. And if they do manage the completion, like Logan Jack did, get yourself out of bounds.
Yeah, I think the other thing they got to do is stop giving the ball to Logan Jack. You only have a minute 40 to go. They will throw. Here is the floater across the middle. Picked off. They tried to force one down the field, and Tulsa takes it away right at the last second. Barry Barkley puts the nail in the coffin.
Barkley just jumping the route. Second interception of the afternoon for this guy. And just, it's crazy the amount of interceptions we've seen in the fourth quarter. But, Tulsa, don't gamble. Run out the clock, and you're moving to 3 and 2.
Yeah, and they if you're Carolina, you had to take the shot down the field in order to really try and get back in this game. So I don't mind the shot. I think you had to take one eventually. Barkley there just hovers and makes the pick. Here's a handoff. Robinson stretching right. Robinson with room. He's down to the 21 and stays in bounds. So Carolina has to burn the timeout.
And going off of what you just said about Carolina, Sully finally takes a 4 or 5 step drop back, and in my head I'm thinking, it's kind of about time that he's dropping back and trying to push the ball downfield, and unfortunately it just kind of ended the way that it did. But good job by Tulsa. They really performed really well here in the second half.
3 in the backfield. Give to Robinson. Has the first down. Carolina uses their final timeout with 1:28 to go here in the fourth. And Jeremy, it really was a tale of two halves for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, like I said before, it's crazy just how much the script really flipped for the Skyhawks. It was just complete dominance of the first half by them, and it's unfortunate because they did have that red zone interception that could have kind of maybe resulted in them having 21 points if that play doesn't happen, and then who knows from that. But yeah, like you said, all Carolina first half, all Tulsa second half.
And that will send Tulsa into the victory formation here in this one. They, struggled through the first half, but persevered, didn't give up. And really, Deacon Nickens kind of took over the second half.
He did, and if it wasn't for a few interceptions here on this fourth quarter, I mean, his stats would be pretty unbelievable for the second half.
So when you look at this one as they take knees to finish off this game, really a back and forth matchup. Both teams had opportunities, and when it came down to it, Carolina could not get it done. Stick with us right here on Twitch. The Jacksonville Kings will take on the New Orleans Pharaohs at 4 o'clock Eastern. That's just about 15 minutes away. If you're listening to us on ESPN 252, head over to twitch.tv/SimulationFL for the action. You can also head over to simulationfl.net to join, become a player, coach, or potential owner one day, and get in on the action and hashtag make an impact. You can go from couch to field this week, all from the comfort of your couch. Well, Jeremy, Carolina will head to Buffalo next to take on the Queen City Corsairs. This Tulsa team is going to have to head all the way across the pond to take on the London Knights, but they will do so at 3-2. Well, it was back and forth, Jeremy. If you had to pick a player of the game, I kind of think I would know who you're going with, but let's hear it.
Mike Osai, 100%. I mean, 213 yards off 6 receptions. The man averaged 35.5 yards per reception. Just great numbers. He had 2 touchdowns. Great job by him today, and it was really all on deep balls. Him and Nickens struggled kind of early in the first half. They really put it together in the second half, and it resulted in them picking up their 3rd win of the season.
2 other options for you. Deacon Nickens, 21 of 26, 326 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks. And on the defensive side, Barry Barkley, 4 tackles and 2 interceptions, 2 big interceptions as well, that really sealed this thing for Tulsa as they are able to get the win at home, a 10-point victory over the Carolina Skyhawks. And Jeremy, if you're Carolina, you pack your bags and you try and build off of this as you go to take on a Queen City team, which has looked very good through 4 weeks.
Yeah, and it's not going to get any easier into Buffalo, where it's going to be freezing cold. And like you said, the Corsairs really putting it together. Corsairs are in Denver this week, and likely going to pick up that win with a struggling Nightwings team. So Carolina is going to have their work cut out for them in week 6. But if they can do what they did in the first half and just kind of build on that, like you said, then they'll at least be competitive when they go up against the Corsairs.
Still plenty of season left. This week 5 action. The next game coming up right here at 4, Jacksonville in New Orleans, should be a good one. Colin Northrup and Rick Northrup have the call for that. And your player of the game here today is going to be Mike Osai. 6 receptions, 195 yards, and 2 touchdowns. An incredible day by him, almost going over 200 yards in a single game. Well deserving. Jeremy, any final thoughts?
Enjoy the rest of the simulation football week.
We will see you guys up shortly, and thank you all for listening in. It's the Simulation Football League on ESPN 252 and Twitch.